Hi, it's Molly Parker talking to you from the perspective of a birth or postpartum doula or midwife. So, we see a lot of women in the postpartum period, especially the first couple days, maybe having a little bit of trouble with latching, maybe some nipple pain, nipple damage, which could be cracks or bleeding. And when those situations arise, sometimes a tool to use is a nipple shield. And it's hard to explain over the phone or text message how to use a nipple shield, so I decided to make a little video that I could send to make it a little easier. So this is typically what a nipple shield looks like. It's made of silicone. It has a little divot here for where the baby's nose goes so they can smell and breathe. Okay, so we want them to still be able to smell mom's skin. And I have a little breast model here to use. So the best way to get it to stay on is to get it wet first. So you can just run the whole thing under water, under the faucet water. If you're in a bind and you're kind of already stuck in your chair, you can just lick it quickly, and then just lick that bottom part. Kind of like sticking something to glass, like a suction cup to glass. It helps it stick better on the skin. And then you're also going to want to get the nipple portion wet as well. So whether that's with water or a little bit of breast milk that you hand express, and put that on the tip because that helps the baby's mouth glide on and not get kind of stuck on the silicone. So then we have our breast. Oops, I'll put it down. So we want to turn it inside out, not all the way that it pops completely, but we want to turn it inside out just enough. Okay, you can see that. And then we would put it on the breast and then let the suction take over just a little bit and then flip. Oops. See, even I'm struggling a little bit. So flip it inside out, kind of line it up with the nipple, and then stick it on. And if it's wet, it does stick a lot better. And then ideally, this little dip is on the side of the breast so that the baby's nose will be pointing that direction when they're at the breast. Okay, so let's see if I can zoom out and make it visible. So the little dip is right here on the side, and if I had baby, they would be coming across and breastfeeding like this. Nipple shields can be really helpful in situations, like I said, with cracks or bleeding. It is a tool to use, especially if somebody has flat or inverted nipples. We have a little breast here that allows us to pull the nipple portion to show that everybody's breast anatomy looks a little different. And some people have flatter nipples, so it's a little bit flat. And then some have inverted nipples where it's actually inside. So the shield can help create more of a tip for the baby's mouth to latch onto. And it's a tool to use until the baby's suction has helped draw the nipple out. And it can take a couple days, may take a couple weeks, but the goal is always to not use this forever, because the baby cannot effectively draw out as much milk when there's a barrier between their mouth and your breast. So the same communication isn't taking place either with their saliva and the breast, that symbiotic relationship that goes on when they drink, and then the mother's body gets a signal through the saliva, through the areola. So tools are great to use for a time and for a purpose, but we don't want to get stuck using this for long term because it could impact breastfeeding relationship. It could impact the amount of milk that a mother produces. So I think that is it for shield. Let me know in the comments, please, if I missed anything, or if there is something else that you wanted to know about shields, or if you're a birth worker, something else that you share with your clients about shields and their best use.